Hello. Welcome back to Sabbath School Flashcards. It is Preparation Day, Friday, March 6th, and the final day of this week's lesson titled, From Confession to Consolation. Further thought. The chart explains how the 70-week prophecy of Daniel 9:24-27 ties in with and forms the starting point of the 2,300-year prophecy of Daniel 8:14. If you count 2,300 years from 457 BC, remembering to delete the non-existent 0 year, you get 1844, or, if you count the remaining 1,810 years from AD 34, 2,300 minus the first 490 years, you come to 1844, as well. Thus, the cleansing of the sanctuary in Daniel 8:14 can be shown to start in 1844. Notice, too, how the 1844 date fits with what we saw in Daniel 7 and 8. That is, the judgment in Daniel 7, which is the same thing as the cleansing of the sanctuary in Daniel 8, see the last 2 weeks' lessons, occurs after the 1,260 years of persecution, Daniel 7:25. And yet before the second coming of Jesus and the establishment of his eternal kingdom. Discussion questions. 1. Scholars have said, and rightly so, that the 2,300-day prophecy and the 70-week prophecy are really just one prophecy. Why would they say that? What evidence can you find to back up that assertion? 2. What can we learn from Daniel's intercessory prayer that can help us in our own intercessory prayer life? 3. Christ's sacrifice in our behalf is our only hope. How should this help keep us humble and, even more important, make us more loving and forgiving of others? What should Luke 7:40-47 say to all of us? Let's read it. And Jesus answering said unto him, Simon, I have somewhat to say unto thee. And he saith, Master, say on. There was a certain creditor which had 2 debtors, the one owed 500 pence, and the other 50. And when they had nothing to pay, he frankly forgave them both. Tell me therefore, which of them will love him most? Simon answered and said, I suppose that he, to whom he forgave most. And he said unto him, Thou hast rightly judged. And he turned to the woman, and said unto Simon, Seest thou this woman? I entered into thine house, thou gavest me no water for my feet, but she hath washed my feet with tears, and wiped them with the hairs of her head. Thou gavest me no kiss, but this woman since the time I came in hath not ceased to kiss my feet. My head with oil thou didst not anoint, but this woman hath anointed my feet with ointment. Wherefore I say unto thee, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much, but to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. 4. Look at how central Scripture is to Daniel's prayer and his hope. After all, the nation has been savagely defeated, the people exiled, their land ravaged, and their capital destroyed. And yet he has the hope that despite all this, the people will go back home. Where could he have gotten this hope other than from the Bible and God's promises written in it? What should this tell us about the hope we can have as well from the promises in the Word? Have a great time discussing your answers in class tomorrow. This is Witness Glenn. Have a safe and productive preparation day. As always, guard well the edges of the Sabbath. And remember, song service begins at 9:15.